Structure of the universe. There it is. You have these four components: nothing, the point, a line, and a circle, which make these things: a trine and a square. It can be referred to as Y and green, in the sense that sometimes Y, and isn't green really just blue and yellow? But it's accepted as a primary. You put all those together, and it makes that, which is one, many different shapes, but the one that I primarily use when talking and doing and building and other such things. It's what is led up to, and then moved away from. It's the middle. It's us. How are we the middle? Well, you might think that we're not terribly big compared to the universe, and you're right. But we are quite large indeed compared to the microverse, the very small. Then, in terms of biology, we're about average. We're about in the middle for life expectancy, size, reproductive rate. All of it kind of averages out with us. Life in general is one of the finer points or finer lines or edges, planes, dimensions of this reality. I compare it to the lightning bolt in a storm. I compare it to the edge of a blade. And I'll usually do that when talking about the universe forging us, and heating and cooling and heating and cooling, and making this fine edge, which is where we exist. And then beyond us is the cyberspace and digital realm, cybernetic creatures which rely on us to have constructed them. And where was I going with this? And that's what I work on a rather regular basis, kind of floating around in my head. You got that circle that I was showing you right here. Look, boom, circle. Line. Bottom, solid dot, creates a cone of sorts. Now I just sound crazy. But that's fine. I knew that a long time ago. If I were explaining it better. It's just the basics of our universe are constructed out of those materials. They stack on each other, and they're built out of various levels of dimensions and energies, or energy dimensions, and they create our 3D environment. I mean, really, it's very interesting is that you have these energy packets, proton and neutron, which are made up of these 3 quarks each. So you've got 3 quarks each, creating essentially 6 points for your nucleus of an atom, for specifically hydrogen, with 1 point, very small electron, flitting about. So you've got all these pinpoints of energy, but then the electron moves so quickly and in three-dimensional space around the spherical shape is developed, giving us 3 dimensions. And finally making sense. And then repelling the electrons of other atoms, and then stacking. And what's interesting about this stacking effect is that it's very similar to what's going on inside of quarks, supposedly. If you have the 3 basic shapes, the circle, the line, and the dot, as wait, that's not right. I missed something. I got distracted. I'm doing something very important and requires my focus. Pardon me if I do get distracted from my side project, which this is. That's right, I'm on Shuttle Obi-Wan, heading out into the field of Mars again. Leaving Mars on the new ship. Well, that'll be interesting. I'm supposed to come back to Mars, though. I mean, I've got friends here.